live from Belle, Vernon area. Your Greater Latrobe Wildcats get ready to take on the Leopards for the clinching of the section title here this evening on the Wildcats Network. Folks, thank you for joining us here for our St. Vincent College pregame show. See how St. Vincent College can shape your future in a positive way at www.stvincent.edu. Again, that's www.stvincent.edu. St. Vincent College, together we rise. Right now, the starting lineups are being announced here. Cats come into this game 13-3, 8-1 in the section. That one loss came in the 12th inning to a very talented Belle Vernon team, losing 4-3 again in the 12th inning. So that makes this game for the section title. And the Cats are going to have to win here if they are expecting to walk away with the third section title in 3 years. The three-peat, we mentioned it in our Wildcats roundup at the start of the season. And tonight it could all come to fruition at Belle Vernon, but the Cats are going to have to win on the road and was expected to be a very hostile Belle Vernon area baseball field. However, I want to mention this during our St. Vincent College pregame show is that the folks here at Belle Vernon are fantastic. They really helped me out the best that they could during my setup for this evening's broadcast, and so I want to tip my hat and thank all the fine folks here for allowing me to set up all of my gear while they were trying to get senior night up and running. Cats to watch if you're Belle Vernon. Mason Leonard voted Male Athlete of the Week last week by the Latrobe Bulletin, is 9-14 at the plate over 4 games, but that was before the Belle Vernon game on Monday. So if you are the Leopards, you gotta throw away from Mason Leonard. Do not let him get contact, because if you do, you're going to be in a world of hurt. Belle Vernon comes to this game 12-3 on the season, 8-1 in the section. The up to Cats on the road when they were at Graham Sabota Field on Monday. And now can steal the top spot in the section with the win here tonight at home. They would dash the Cats' hopes and dreams here this evening.
At this time, we would like to ask everyone
step aside real quick for the national anthem out of respect, and we'll be right back.
Please remember to root your hats. And everyone please face the flag as we honor our country with the playing of our national anthem.
And again, taking a step aside for the national anthem, always got to make sure you respect this great country where we get to go out here to Belle Vernon and cover this game for you tonight. So just had to make sure we took a quick break there. Again, Belle Vernon currently looking to dash the Cats' hopes and dreams at the three-peat for the section title. And what a place to do it here at the picturesque Belle Vernon area. Lovely weather, a little toasty, but I would rather this than it be wet and rainy. Leopards to watch. The Cats want to win tonight. Starting at pitcher, senior Colton Lee, the ace pitcher, undoubtedly here for the Leopards, who is rolling into this game with a 4-0 record and an ERA of 1.75 so far this season. So the Cats are going to have to be patient at the plate and make sure they watch Colton Lee, because he can throw some heat. You got to make sure you're on top of that pitch, because if not, he'll smoke you. And then right behind him is Parker Lynn, who struck out 15 batters whenever he was pitching as the second pitcher in the game on Monday. So pitching on the mound for the Leopards is going to be the focus today for the Cats, and the same for the Leopards. I mean, the Cats are no slumps at pitchers either here. Starting on the mound for the Cats this afternoon is going to be the one and only Luke Nightbar Smith, who is one of our stars that we mentioned during our Wildcats roundup earlier in the season. So I expect Luke to come out here and put on a clinic for Greater Latrobe. I am also not expecting this game to go into 12 innings. However, it is very possible. Again, it is all on the line here this evening in terms of the section title win. And you walk home with the trophy. If you lose, that's it. The section was all for naught. Although the Cats are still considered one of the top teams in 4A baseball, so I guess a loss wouldn't be the end of the world. However, it would look real pretty heading into the WPIAL playoffs with a victory against Belle Vernon under your belt. I mean, splitting the series with them isn't too bad. So with that, we head into our keys to the game, brought to us by Latrobe Chevy Ford, who brought us our keys to the game. We'd love to bring you and your family the keys to your next ride, no matter what that happens to be. Latrobe Chevy Ford has it in their inventory. Check out their inventory at their location, just off of Route 30 in Latrobe. If you can't make it out to their location, you can still check out their inventory online at www.latrobeautogroup.com. Again, that's latrobeautogroup.com. Thank you, Latrobe Auto Group, for sponsoring our Keys to the Game. Keys to the Game tip for the Cats. Pitching is going to be a strong point, and they need to make sure that they have their defense on the up and up if they want to make sure they walk away with a victory here against the Leopards. A lot of mistakes and some timely errors in the 11th and 12th inning made it so that the Cats' Cat victory was all but a memory, or all but a faint dream. However, if the Cats can really tighten up the wall in the infield and really prevent Belle Vernon from getting any contact, I think that the Cats are going to be in the driver's seat for the majority of this game. Dugout is also going to have to turn out to 11. We mention all the time here on the Wildcats Network that dugout for the Cats is legendary. Able to produce a lot of noise, able to really drone out the home team and the home field. And they're going to have to do that today if the Cats want to walk away with a victory here at Belle Vernon area. So, once again, another thank you to our pregame show sponsor, to St. Vincent College, again, where together we rise. Again, always check out Belle Vernon. I mean, you should check out Belle Vernon, folks. I mean, it is an absolutely picturesque area here in southern Pennsylvania, but check out St. Vincent College and what they can do for you and your future at www.stvincent.edu. Again, that's stvincent.edu. And also thank you to Latrobe Auto Group for sponsoring our Keys to the Game. Starting batting lineup for the Cats, Mason Leonard will be opening us up here at the top of the batting order. Behind him will be Amatucci, and then Jacob Kramer is in the hole here to start out this evening. And the Cats will be facing down senior pitcher Colton Lee. Again, he is the ace pitcher of this team, and that has been mentioned on multiple occasions. That Lee is, again, really the star of this team in terms of being on the mound.
The Leopards will be number 4, Max Kostelnik, and on the mound, pitching for the Leopards will be number 17, Colton Lee.
And you hear it right there, Colton Lee again starting to bat for the Cats is Mason Leonard for the Cats this evening. And we're ready to get started here in Belle Vernon. The first pitch on the evening. Down low, called ball. 1-0 the count here to start out. Nothing wrong with that from Colton Lee, trying to keep the ball away from Mason Leonard. That is a smart move there. Again, the male athlete of the week for the Cats last week. Ball 2. Count 2-0 now. Let's start out this evening. Again, folks who are just joining us right now, we just finished up our St. Vincent College pregame show. Senior night here for Belle Vernon area. Pitch. Called strike there, so count now 2-1. Again, Belle Vernon area having their senior night tonight, also recognizing their incredible football program that they have down here. Pitch. Swing and a miss down low. Count now even at 2. My man, your man, everybody's man, Richard on the controls. I'm Tristan Borland. I know everybody came to want to hear Chris. My apologies. Chris was unable to join us here today. Count now full with that pitch, 3-2. We know that Chris is probably at home or wherever he is watching. Chris, we miss you. We can't wait to have you back on the broadcast next week when Greensburg-Salem comes into town. Mason Leonard rung up there. Struck out swinging on that one. Now up is the catcher, Amatucci. So that's the first strikeout on the evening for Colton Lee. Again, an ace pitcher for the Leopards. And again, a strong point for this team. His pitch with 1 out. Called ball there. 1-0 the count. But let's remember that's how Mason Leonard started out his at-bat. With Lee throwing 2 straight balls here. Let's see if he continues that trend. Up high, called ball again. Patience for the Cats is going to be key. You got to make sure that you are watching every pitch in. And that you're swinging at exactly what you want. 2-0 count now with 1 out. Up high again, now 3-0. Colton Lee just trying to find his groove here. Only the second batter of the game is senior Louis Amatucci, the catcher for the Cats. Behind the plate. The pitch here. Called strike there, 3-1. Something to note for Colton Lee is that in the last matchup between these two teams, he reached the 100 pitch limit. Time called by Amatucci, staring down a 3-2 with 1 eye here in the top of the first inning. Pitch. Swing and a miss called. Strike. Full count now, 3-2. Amatucci not wanting to be strikeout number 2 on the afternoon for Lee. Gets contact on it. It makes its way into the outfield, and it's caught there. A fly out to left.
Now batting number 3, Jacob Kramer.
So now Jacob Kramer, the first baseman for the Cats, is up now. So not a strikeout there for Colton Lee. But Amatucci was just ahead of that pitch. So Kramer, the first baseman, is up to bat. And takes strike 1 here with 2 outs for the Cats in the top of the first inning. Apologies, folks. A little bit of pollen in the air. It is that time of the season. Pitch here, 0-1. And that is a hit on Kramer. Probably not the hit he was looking for. But he will now make it on to first base. And now the pitcher, Luke Nipar-Smith, for the Cats, is up to bat.
Number 31, Luke Nipar-Smith.
Nipar-Smith, one of the big names for the Cats, is up to bat now. Brody Ruman on deck, and Eli Boring is in the hole for the Cats. High winds here at Belle Vernon. Runner on first, 2 outs. Away from Nipar-Smith, that called ball, so 1-0 the count now with 2 outs. And again, runner on first, that is Jacob Kramer, who is dangerous. Whenever he is on, he is not afraid to steal bags. For the Cats, an aggressive base running at the top of the first inning wouldn't be a terrible idea. Swing and a miss, it blows by Nipar-Smith. So 1-1 now the count with 2 outs, still a runner on first. Coach Bass directing his runner, Jacob Kramer again. That has, if I'm Colton Lee, I'm shaking in my boots. A runner like Kramer on first is the last thing that you can really want. And a light lob on a first, trying to keep Kramer honest there. And again, Nipar Smith up to bat. Brody Ruman up on deck, and Eli Boring is in the hole for the Cats in the batting order. Throw. It sounded like he got a light piece of it, but it moved by. So now 1-2 the count with 2 outs. Richard shaking his head no. May the microphone that we strategically placed nice and close to the home plate may picked up the ball landing into the glove. Again, 1-2 the count with 2 outs. The pitch from Colton Lee with a runner on first that looks back, throws, and away, and lucky that the catcher was able to get behind that one. Kostelnik, the catcher, was able to get behind that one. So deuces are wild here in the top of the first inning. Chopped at to keep his at-bat alive is Nipar Smith. That one goes back. Wrong direction, Luke. You gotta send it towards the outfield. Try not to hit the camera that we have in outfield, though. So 2-2 still the count with 2 outs. Kramer advancing off of first. Trying to get it in Colton Lee's head. Throws it. And that's the second batter in a row that Colton Lee has hit with a pitch. So Kramer advances on to second. Nipar Smith makes its way on to first. And Colton Lee showing a very rare level of inaccuracy right now, as the Cats now have a runner in scoring position. And of course, it's Jacob Kramer, not really something that if you are Colton Lee and the Leopards, that's the last thing you want. Especially from a left-hander. It's hard to throw back on a second throw. The first at-bat is up high, ball 1. And the at-bat for Brody Ruman, the second baseman for the Cats this evening. 1-0 the count, 2 outs, 2 runners on base for the Cats, 1 on second, 1 on first. That pitch is also a ball up high, so 2-0 the count. Pitch. That's slow but called strike there. So 2 on the count, 2 outs. Cats still have a runner in scoring position on second. And Nipar Smith, after taking a ball to the elbow, is on first. The pitch here. Swing and a miss. It blows by Brody Ruman. So the deuces are wild here in the top of the first inning. 2-2 with 2 outs. Runner on second. And Nipar Smith on first. Colton Lee, his pitch is rocked, but can it get by into the outfield? And an easy play there to end the top of the first inning. Wildcats had a threatening play there, but the good play by the outfield for the Leopards will allow them to head to the batter's box as we head into the bottom of the first inning. Coming up next on the Wildcats Network.
I think we can agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrack and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer, and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
I'm proud to work with an organization that known across the state that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
And we're back here on the Wildcats Network. Right there you're seeing the starting pitcher this evening for Luke Nipar-Smith. The Cats were very excited. I mean, I personally was very excited for Luke to be pitching this season, as we mentioned in our Wildcats Roundup, which we did earlier in the season. If you missed that, it's still available on our YouTube page, along with all of our previous broadcasts for the Cats baseball team. As mentioned, Luke Nipar-Smith on the mound, and Louis Amatucci catching. Now up to bat for the Leopards first, the top of the batting order, Cole Matusik, the outfielder for the Leopards. Nipar-Smith, the lefty, against a right-handed batter. This will be an interesting at-bat and will be a great way to set the tone here. Bottom of the first inning. The pitch gets absolutely rocked. And a good play in the outfield for the Cats. And that will be a fly out from Matusik. Lucas Judy now up. Second baseman. Also a lefty with a nice pink bat for the Leopards coming up now. Luke Nipar. Lucky there. Matusik was able to rip the cover off of that one, but a nice play in the outfield for the Cats. We'll keep a goose egg on the scoreboard. Light play there. I didn't think he was trying to make contact. Throw on the first for out number 2. I don't think that Lucas Judy was expecting to make contact there. It looked like he kind of slowed up on making contact. I imagine trying to make a check swing. So now up to bat is Jetico. That's Jake Jetico. Oh, no, that's Adam Lacarde. Apologies. Jetico is on deck, and Colton Lee, the pitcher, is in the hole for the Leopards. Pitch here with 2 outs. Called strike there for Nipar-Smith. So again, 2 outs here, bottom of the first inning. Neither team has scored anything yet. The pitch. Swing and a miss. So 0-2 now the count. Leopards could be looking at their last out, and this would be the first strikeout on the afternoon for Nipar-Smith. The pitch. Down low for a ball there. Nice break on that ball by the lefty, Nipar-Smith. So 1-2 now with 2 outs. No runs scored yet. And they're going to say ball again on that pitch. Still low, so the Deucers are running wild here in the bottom of the first. 2-2 with 2 outs. Nipar-Smith. Down low, so now the count is full. After Nipar-Smith started the at-bat with an 0-2 count. So let's see if Lacarde and he will watch that ball go by. So the full count does not pay off for Nipar-Smith. And that's the first base that he's been giving up on a walk. So Jetico is now up to bat for the Leopards. Colton Lee is on deck. Bellissimo is in the hole. So with a runner on first, 2 outs here, bottom of the first. That pitch called strike there. Nice throw by Nipar-Smith. The winds are a little gusty here in Belle, Vernon. Runner still on first. After Nipar walked him, throw on to first. Getting back easily is Lacarde. Nipar-Smith just trying to keep him honest there. 0-1 the count, 2 outs. The pitch here by Nipar-Smith. Swing and a miss. Count now even 1-1. for Jetico. Now, Jetico got a piece of it, so it's 0-2. 0-2, 2 outs pitch. They rung him up. 9-par Smith may have walked one batter, but he gets out of the bottom of the first inning without allowing the Leopards to strike any blows. And that will do it for the first inning. We're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. When we come back, we're going to have the top of the second inning. Cats up to bat after these short messages.
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance. Located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
Thanks, Chris. Folks, it's Chris Beddick, your local State Farm agent. Make sure you check out Chris if you need anything insured. I know that right now it's boating season. Everybody getting their boats out last weekend, at least from what I saw. And it was definitely the weekend to do it, and I know that this weekend's going to be the one to do it as well. So make sure you get your boat, your car, and your home insured by the one and only Chris Beddick. Right there you see Colton Lee, who was not allowed the Cats to earn any runs yet so far. However, it was dangerous. He had walked 2 batters in a row, and Kramer was able to walk on to second, but the Cats left him stranded. So now here, top of the first inning, and up to bat is outfielder Eli Boring. Riley Smith is on deck, and then Porterfield is in the hole. That pitch there is a ball. 2 batters hit by a pitch so far for Colton Lee. Chopped at, that ball bouncing down, and it'll be called foul, so 1-1 now the count. But you know what? I mean, if Colton Lee hits a batter, but he is able to walk with a win, that's what matters. The wise Rick DeRubis once told me it's not about the stats. Stats are pretty, but what matters is wins. Right down the pipe right there for a strike. So count now 1-2 for Eli Boring, one of the outfielders for the Cats. 1-2, down on the pitch is way up high. Eli Boring, tall young man, had a duck down, almost took that one as a plunk to the head. So the count is now even at 2-2. Colton Lee facing the first batter here in the top of the second inning. His pitch, chopped at, able to get contact on that was Boring, and that goes foul. So staying alive for his at-bat is Eli Boring. This count is still even at 2-2. The turnout for this evening's matchup is incredible. Crushed, but it's not going to stay fair. It's going to go foul. So Eli Boring battling here. Colton Lee. Again, it's important to watch the pitching count because in the game on Monday, there was a pitching change for the Leopards as their starting pitcher reached the 100 pitch count limit. 2-2, able to get contact on it, needed being out is Eli Boring, and he's out. Good hustle there from the Leopards. On first base, that was Bellissimo. Wanted to get on his horse to get the out on first. So that's the first down here in the top of the second inning Riley Smith now up to bat for the Cats, the right-hander. Playing third base for Coach Bassiano. One out here in the top of the first inning. Second batter in the lineup. Pitch. That's called strike there on that pitch. The pitch here. Low for a ball, 0 away, so count now even at 1-1 with one out here. In the top of the second inning, no runs scored yet by either team. Again, as you can see on your screen, the crowd is lively here. That ball has contact on it, but it will make its way foul off to the right. So now the count 1-2. One out. And again, you can see on your screen the lively crowd here. I mean, who was going to tell me that so many people would turn up for a high school baseball team? It makes it over the head of Lee. Rolls out into the outfield. Now be a base hit for Riley Smith.
Now batting number 22, Hayden Porterfield.
Hayden Porterfield, the DH for Andrew Hance. The eighth batter in the lineup, Cooper Bassiano batting in the ninth spot. After Cooper, who is on deck, will head back to the top of the batting order with Mason Leonard. Golden Lee, his pitch. Called strike there on Porterfield. A runner on first is Riley Smith. A speedy cat. Love to steal second. That ball makes contact, but it rolls foul. It does not make it past the third base bag. So 0-2 now. That's what Hayden Porterfield is looking at. With one out here, runner on first in the top of the second inning. No runs scored by either team. I imagine this is a game that's going to come down to maybe 1 or 2 runs scored by either team, as the pitching battle on the mound is going to be fierce. Chopped at, contact made, and it will fly away. The wind's able to get underneath it and sends it into the crowd. I was going to say the grandstands, but most people brought their own chair. I guess this is a BYOC kind of field. Nothing wrong with that. We have one as well at Graham Sabota Field. So 0-2 the count now for Porterfield with one out, runner on first. The pitch. Called strike 3. Porterfield rung up there. So now 2 outs with a runner on first. Now Cooper Bassiano is up. Riley Smith still on first. Pitch. Bassiano watches that one go by. It's strike 1. And Bassiano is up to bat. He is the 9th man in the batting order. After him, we'll head back to the top with Mason Leonard. Here in the top of the second, 0-1 the count, 2 outs, runner on first, throw. High, that's ball, so count out 1-1. Cooper, the shortstop for the Cats this evening. Again, thank you to the wind for making this sweltering day here in May a little bit cooler. That ball down low. Called ball there, so now the count 2-1 with 2 outs. Runner still on first. Cats left. 2 runners stranded back in the top of the first inning. Would really like to not leave Riley Smith stranded on an island by himself. And with a 2-1 count in favor of Bassiano, don't expect him to swing at this one from Colton Lee, who dishes this one here. Contact made, bounce out onto the third. He drops it, and that's a base hit on the error for Cooper Bassiano. Riley Smith advances on a second, so with 2 outs, Cats are rolling. Mason Leonard now up to bat. He is 0-for-1 so far today. He struck out swinging back in the top of the first inning. It was a tough battle at the plate for Mason Leonard. Pitch here. That ball crushed as well. It makes it into the shallow. Run on a third. It's Riley Smith heading home. And he will do it, and the Cats will score. So Leonard on first. Bassiano on second. And now Louis Amatucci, the catcher for the Cats, who's 0 for 1 so far today, is up at the plate. Cats now take a 1-run lead here in the top of the second inning. Colton Lee. His pitch there is high. That's ball 1. Cats still hanging on there. They're down to their last out here in the top of the second. And with Cooper Bassiano on second base, they could extend it here. Riley Smith had to get up on his horse there. That pitch called a strike there. So the count now even at 1-1, still 2 outs. And again, it was incredible. Riley Smith had to get on top of his horse. So roll in there as that last hit was a shallow in outfield. That pitch up high called ball. So 2-1 now the count, 2 outs for the Cats here. The top of the second inning, score is 1-0 in favor of the traveling Wildcats. Pitch here. Swing and a miss there by Amatucci. Count now 2-2 with 2 outs. So the Deuces are, in fact, wild here in the top of the second inning. So 2-2. Cats still holding on to their last out. Pitch. Chopped at. And it will roll foul, I thought. I thought that Bergman was going to make a play on it, but smart there to let that one roll foul. Sending Amatucci back to the plate. Count still even at 2-2 with 2 outs. Cats with a 1-run lead. Runners on second and first. Cooper Bassiano is the man on second and could roll in. Colton Lee, his pitch. Chopped at by Amatucci. Does it have the distance? And it does. A nice play into shallow. And Bassiano will score. Cats now up 2-0 here in the second with 2 outs. So with Leonard now on second, Amatucci on first. It's now up to Jacob Kramer, and a timeout is taken as Colton Lee talks it over with Coach. Folks, the Wildcats Network thanks all of our sponsors here, and our second inning is sponsored by the one and only, that's right, folks, it's the legend himself, Gary Bardini of Bardini's Country Smokehouse, who is asking you to make sure you vote him once again for the, I believe it's Meat Distributor of the Year, for the best in Westmoreland County. Make sure you head over and vote. You can vote every single day. Each person gets 1 vote every day. Thank you again to Gary Bardini and Bardini's Country Smokehouse for sponsoring the Wildcats Network. Now, folks, he's not just asking for your vote. He's reminding you that it's grilling season. And I myself have already broken out the Weber. Already had a couple nights where I made the Mrs. Burgers and steaks, and they were both from Gary because she deserves nothing less than the best. Pitch here by Colton Lee is outside, 1-0, as he's facing down Jacob Kramer, who was hit by a pitch back in the first inning and had made his way on over to second before the Cats retired. 1-0 the count, 2 outs. Check swing by Kramer, but it's still inside the strike zone, so the count even at 1-1. Cats are still hanging on to their second out. They've been hanging on to that bad boy for a while. The last out was Porterfield, who struck out looking. And since then, the Cats have been on a roll. That call, a strike again. So 1-2 now the count. Cooper Lee is rolling, trying to get his second strikeout on the afternoon. My apologies, that would be his third strikeout. He struck out Porterfield in the second and struck out Leonard to start the game, to start this evening's matchup. That's a ball. Good check swing by Jacob Kramer, the first baseman for the Cats. So the count is now, and that's right, folks. The deuces are wild. 2-2 with 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Pitch. Down low, so the count now full. Great at bat for Jacob Kramer. He is able to draw the walk. That would mean that Lee would have the bases loaded with 1 out left in the inning. The payoff pitch to come from Colton Lee. And he's able to get the strike out there. The payoff pitch works out for Colton Lee. So Cats able to score 2 runs here in the top of the second inning, but it's going to be up to the defense to make sure that they are able to hold on to it here. That will do it for us here in the top of the second inning. We're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. We'll be right back with the bottom of the second coming up next here on the Wildcats Network.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Sorry, Mr. Lepatich. We had to come back. The Leopards are not waiting for anybody. They're in a hole. They're down 2-0 here in the bottom of the second. And so they need a battle back here. And it would help if Jedico could get a hit here. This is his first at-bat on the game. He lets that one sail back. That is a foul. So 0-1 now the count. Nipar. 0-1, his pitch. Fouled back again, able to get contact on it. Able to get contact was Jedico. So now an 0-2 count, no outs here for the first at-bat. Here in the bottom of the second. Nipar Smith. Off speed there, but it's inside, so count now 1-2. Nothing wrong with that pitch. Nipar Smith up in the count. Why not throw? Try to get him swinging. His pitch here. Contact is made, but it's fouled off. Jedico trying to keep this at-bat alive. My apologies. That's Colton Lee who's at-bat. They'll get contact again. Again, Colton Lee is the young man here at bat. The star pitcher, arguably the ace for the Leopards, came into this game with an ERA of 1.74. And that's strike 3. Nipar able to ring him up there.
Number 25, John Bellissimo.
That's Nipar Smith's second strikeout on the afternoon. And now up to bat is Bellissimo, the first baseman for the Leopards. With 1 out here, the pitch by Nipar. Contact is made, it goes back foul, so 0-1 the count. Nipar Smith walked a batter back in the first, but is trying to find his groove again. I know it is early here in this game. The pitch. Fouled again. So 0-2. 1 out. As with John Bellissimo, the first baseman for the Leopards is looking at right now for his first at-bat on the afternoon. Nipar Smith. 3. That's strikeout number 3 for Nipar Smith. That's 2 in a row. You got Bellissimo to swing on that one. So now Austin Hoffman, the shortstop for the Leopards, is now up to bat. As you see right there, Nipar Smith is in control. Love to sit down the side. That one gets over to third. Throw on to first. Beats him. Nice play there by the Cats. And that will do it. That's 2 innings down. We're going to head into the top of the third here. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. When we come back, we are going to have, I believe that is right, Luke Nipar Smith up to bat next here on the Wildcats Network.
The 2024 Best of Westmoreland survey is underway. Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree thanks you for naming us Best for Meats in 23. To vote now, go to bestofwestmoreland.com, then to shopping and place to buy meat, and vote for Bardini's through April 24th. You can vote once a day. Gary Bardini is the only meat specialist in the region, honored as a Hall of Fame winner by the American Association of Meat Processors. Thank you for your vote.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Thanks, Chris. Well, it's Chris Beddick, your local State Farm agent, who usually is on the mic with the Indians here for the baseball games, but I have taken over for Chris today. He had some personal affairs to do, and Chris, we miss you, bud, and we can't wait for you to be back here on the Wildcats Network next week whenever we bring all of our viewing audience at home the senior night festivities, whenever Greensburg-Salem comes into town and plays against your Wildcats at Graham-Sabota Field. Right now here, top of the third inning, Cats up 2-0 here, and up to bat is Nipar Smith, who last time he was at bat, he was hit by a pitch. He gets all of that one, but I imagine that it's going to be a play, and it will be. Shortstop, wheels on back, so a fly out for Nipar Smith here in the top of the third.
Now batting number 13, Brady Ruman.
So Brady Ruman, the right-hander now to bat for the Cats. 0 for 1. He flew out to the left fielder in his last at-bat. Pitch there in the dirt. 1-0 the count here for the Leopards. Colton Lee having a pretty solid couple innings of baseball. 1-0. That's called strike. I thought it was a little low. However, I'm not the umpire. So count even at 1-1 with 1 out. Lee has hit two batters, but has walked 3. His pitch, chopped at, it makes a roll, and it will be foul. So count now 1-2 with 1 out. Again, Cats hold on to a 2-run lead here over the Leopards. And a win here means that the Cats will have completed the three-peat. They will have won the section title back-to-back to back, but they will have to get a win here at Belle Vernon area. Time taken by Ruben. Heads back into the batter's box. Staring down a 1-2 count with one out here in the top of the third inning. That pitch away, so now even at 2-2. For Colton Lee, and again, it's significant there are 2 runs on the board because Lee has an ERA of 1.74 on the season. His pitch, that ball chopped at, popped up high, could get underneath it, and it will just drop foul. Bellissimo had to get on his high horse there to get back. He almost had a hand on it. That was very reminiscent of a play that was made on Monday by the Leopards where 3, kind of 1, 2, 3 Leopards got a hand on the ball and were able to get the fly out. I mean, that was an incredible play, and a tip of the hat to Mr. Dan Flickinger and Westmoreland Sports Network for being able to be there and catching that one. That was an incredible play. So count even at 2-2. Chopped at, rolls over to third. The throw on the first is in there in time. That is out number 2 for the Cats here in the third inning.
Now batting number 4, Eli Boring.
Eli Boring now up to bat. He had a fly out to the first baseman. Or no, he had a ground out to the first baseman in his first at bat. I can barely read my own handwriting, folks. So Cats now are down to their last out here in the top of the third. But remember, the Cats went on a run back in the top of the first inning. Pitch, where they scored 2 runs. And they had 2 outs. See a couple softball jerseys in attendance. The Lady Leopards were just also celebrating senior night over at their field just a little bit ago. That ball crushed, but does it have the distance? It does not. A fly out to the right fielder. And that will do it for the top of the third inning for the Cats. A quiet third inning for Greater Latrobe as they now head back onto the field and have to hold on to their 2-run lead. And Belle Vernon hoping to cut into it as we come back after these short messages here on the Wildcats Network.
I think we can agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network as we are now in the bottom of the third inning. And folks, we want to let you know that the third inning is brought to you by the Latrobe Bulletin. For just 33 cents a day, you can keep up with all of the news and stories that you love in the town of Latrobe, Pennsylvania. And if you don't want to get a physical paper, don't worry, there is a e-edition. I know that I subscribe to the e-edition of the Latrobe Bulletin. Go to LatrobeBulletin.com. Again, that's LatrobeBulletin.com to make sure you sign up for your edition of the Latrobe Bulletin. Nipar Smith here in the bottom of the third. Pitch down low in the dirt. Up to bat for the Leopards is Connor Bergman, the third baseman for the Leopards. The pitch goes back. Count now even at 1-1 after that ball makes its way into the Little League field behind home plate here in Belle Vernon. Cats still holding on to a 2-run lead here in the bottom of the third. And that was close one right there. You can hear the dugout saying nice eye. And it's a ball count now 2-1 for Bergman, the 8th man in the batting lineup. Watch that one go by, but that's a strike there. It was close. We'll give Bergman that. But it's still a strikes to the count, even at 2-2 for the first at-bat. In the bottom of the third inning. Pitch. Chopped at. It's foul. And bounces lightly off the hill there. It's one of the beautiful things about baseball, folks, is that it is something where everybody can be involved. It's a spectator sport where you got to keep your head on a swivel. And that called out as well. So now Noipar Smith is looking at a full count for the first at-bat here. The lefty, his payoff pitch here. Able to get contact on it was Bergman. Kostelnik is on deck. Matusik is in the hole in the batting lineup. Still a full count here for the first at-bat. Umpire giving Matucci a pat on the head, and we're back at this at-bat. Still full count, payoff pitch for the lefty. Now to come, getting strikeout number 4. Down low in the dirt, he walks him. A nice at-bat for Bergman. So now, Kostelnik is up to bat. He's the catcher for the Leopards. This is his first at-bat here on the afternoon. And he has a runner on first. And I'm sure the lefty, Noipar Smith, not too worried about a runner on first. That's easy to throw that one. Bunt laid down. A throw on his second, and they'll get him, but not a double play.
Now batting number 8, Cole Matusik.
So now Matusik is up. So now Matusik, he is 0 for 1 on the day as we head back to the top of the batting order here in the bottom of the third. 1 out. Throw. Called ball there. So 1-0 with 1 out here. 0-2 is the score. Pitch. That's a ball out wide. Count now 2-0 here for Noipar Smith. I have to hope that the runner on first isn't getting into his head. The pitch. 2-0. Gets underneath it. The play in the outfield needs to come. And good play there by the center fielder. So that's a fly out.
Batting number 7, Lucas Judy. Courtesy runner for the catcher, number 1, Cole Doppelhauer.
Doppelhauer comes in as a courtesy runner for Kostelnik. And up to bat here in the bottom of the third is Lucas Judy. He grounded out to Noipar Smith. Back in the bottom of the first inning. Cats still hold on. 2 outs here. Pitch by Noipar Smith. Gets underneath it. And it will go foul. Oh, my goodness. Somebody needs to clock the speed for Doppelheimer, who is ready to go back to the dugout. He makes its way back on the first. I mean, he was ripping it. That kid is fast. I can see why he's a courtesy runner. I mean, we haven't seen him bat yet, so he may not be the strongest batter, but I'm telling you what, he's definitely one of the faster Leopards that I've seen. 0-1 is the count, 2 outs. Throw on to first. Noipar Smith, a nice little light throw. Just wanted to keep Doppelheimer honest there. Doppelhauer. 0-1. 2 outs. Roller. And tag up there by Kramer on first, and that will do it for the bottom of the third inning. Leopards unable to cut into the Cats' lead And so now they have to try to fend off the Cats from adding more runs here as we head into the top of the 4th inning. But before that, we're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. Tristan Borland, Richard Hillig, Glacian's back here after this short break.
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. A Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
We're back here as the sun starts to set here in Belle area. Folks, we have a Latrobe legend watching our game here this evening. The superintendent, Mike Paremka, says, and I quote, frying food in the concession stand at the Latrobe Little League game and getting a chance to watch the broadcast. Mr. Paremka, we always appreciate your support of the Wildcats Network as we now head into the top of the 4th inning. Colton Lee still on the mound for the Leopards. He has 3 strikeouts so far in this matchup. And up to bat for the Wildcats is Riley Smith. The third baseman for the Cats. He is 1 of 1 at the plate today with a base hit and scored a run. That was back in the top of the 2nd inning when the Cats were able to score a couple runs and put a nice little route together. Now having a 2-run lead here in the top of the 4th inning. The pitch here. Called strike there for Colton Lee. I'm telling you, you got to make sure you're paying attention because Colton Lee throws some heat. And if you're not paying attention, it'll just blow right by you. 0-1. In the third count now even at 1-1. And folks, you can get a bit of a respite. This inning is not brought to you by anyway. However, if you or somebody that you know has a business that would benefit by being seen by thousands of eyes every single week in the Latrobe area, make sure you reach out to us at mailbox@lhtcmedia.com. Again, that's mailbox@lhtcmedia.com to make sure you get your business seen here on the Wildcats Network. Battling here, again, is Riley Smith, the third baseman for the Cats. Count now 1-2, no outs, as we sit in the top of the 4th inning with the Cats with a 2-run lead. Out wide, count now even at 2-2. Riley Smith is able to get a base hit into the shallow outfield. 2-2. Contact made by Smith. And taking a ball to the thigh was Kostelnik. He's able to get back up and limps off a little bit. Again, took that one right into the thigh. He's in a lot of pain. I mean, Colton Lee throws some heat, and the other thing is that he wasn't ready for it as that ball was hit by Riley Smith. Again, count still even at 2-2 for the first at-bat here in the 4th inning. For the Cats, who hold on to a 2-run lead here at Belle Vernon area. A reminder, this game is for the section title. Win and clinch. 2-2 the pitch. Chopped at, could make it in, and it does drop in the outfield. That'll be another base hit for Riley Smith. Cats start out the 4th inning here with a nice base hit. Now on deck is Hayden Porterfield, who is DHing for Andrew Hance. Porterfield is 0 for 1 at the plate so far today. He was struck out looking in his last at-bat in the top of the second. 8th man in the batting order. Up after him is Cooper Bassiano, who has an RBI. Swing and a miss there by Porterfield. Reminder, on first base is Riley Smith, who was the first run that the Cats brought in so far this evening. Again, that was back in the second. The Cats were able to score the first 2 runs. Bunt laid down by Porterfield, trying to advance the runner, and he will. A sacrifice bunt there. By Hayden Porterfield. So Cooper Bassiano is now up to bat, and advancing was Riley Smith, who's now on second base for the Cats. Cooper Bassiano, who is 1 for 1 on the day. He has a base hit. The pitch, called ball down low. So 1-0 now the count. For the second at-bat on the afternoon for Cooper Bassiano. The pitch, swing and a miss there by Bassiano. He was just above that one. He swung, had the timing right, but the ball cut down below. So now the count is even at 1-1 with 1 out for Cooper Bassiano. Runner on second. Nice leadoff running on a third, and the Cats will steal. Riley Smith steals third. And now with only 1 out, Cats are now really dangerous. And for Bassiano, the count is now 2-1 with 1 out. Cats still hold on to 2 runs, but with Riley Smith on third, it has a nice lead. That ball swung, ends up in the dirt, called foul. So now even at 2-2. Colton Lee looking for strikeout number 4 on the afternoon. The lefty looks back on a third. Riley Smith has already stolen a base today. That ball fouled again. Taking another shot in the thigh. This Kostelnik. He is going to have a couple of bruises tomorrow, folks, let me tell you. That is a tough kid. I would have got up and I would have asked for a substitute, for sure. So the count now 2-2 with 1 out. The pitch. Chopped at by Bassiano. It's a ground out. And throws on to first to get the force out.
Now batting number 8, Mason.
So Riley Smith is still standing on third. Cats have stranded 4 runners total, 2 back in the first and 2 in the second. And really would rather not strand another one. Would love to extend that lead. As we know from the game on Monday, no lead is safe against the Leopards. And now up to bat, we're back to the top of the batting order. It's Mason Leonard. Pitch down low in the dirt. 2 outs for the Cats. Mason Leonard is 1 of 2 on the day. He had a base hit in the second, which earned him the RBI. He brought in Riley Smith. Let's see if he can do it again. 1-0 count. Able to get it, but will it drop in the outfield? And it will not. Land in the gloves of the center fielder, and that will do it for the Cats here in the 4th inning. Mason Leonard flies out as the last out, so now Leopards will be heading into the bottom of the 4th inning with an opportunity to cut into the Cats' lead, maybe even possibly tie it here. But the Wildcats are going to see if they can hold on to their lead and not force another upset like it happened on Monday. But before that, we're going to be right back here on the Wildcats Network.
Welcome to Ligonier Valley Learning Center Incorporated, where little hands do big things. For 38 years, Latrobe Kinder School has provided a continuum of quality services which promotes the emotional, behavioral, educational, and physical development of children. We've used a research-based curriculum that will help your child grow academically and socially. Guidance from our expert teachers, combined with our state-of-the-art play areas, will build your child's brains and bodies. Latrobe Kinder School provides high-quality pre-K education for 3 and 4-year-old children at no cost to qualifying families through the pre-K counts. Our enrollment is always open. Visit our website, LigonierValleyLearningCenter.com, to apply today.
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network, and our apologies, our transmitter in the outfield died on us. We will try to get that back, folks. We appreciate your patience here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Up to bat is the number 3 man, Adam Lacarte. The pitch by Nipar Smith, the left-handy, is a ball. So Nipar Smith. That's called strike there, so count out 1-1. Nipar Smith chopped at, that's foul. And that hits Lacarte right in the knee. That had a stung. So count now 1-2. Cats with 2 runs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Again, we apologize. We know that everybody was enjoying the camera shot that we had on the pitching line. Unfortunately, our transmitter in the outfield died. We will try to get that back up here whenever we switch it up. And we head into the top of the 5th inning. Count 1-2 here for Nipar Smith, the lefty, who steps off the mound, wants to get a different call by Matucci. The pitch. Down low in the dirt. Now even at 2-2. Pitch. Chopped at. And bounces past. It's an error on 3rd. So a base hit earned by Lacarte. Again, errors for the Cats need to be minimized as much as possible. That was a 1-hopper right over to Riley Smith, and it bounced right off of his chest. So now, on base is Lacarte. And the pitch there to Jetico is a strike, so 0-1 the count, no outs here for the Panthers. Throw back on a first, nice light little throw there. So 0-1 the count. Pitch is wide. So 1-1 the count, no outs. Pitch. Down low again. Now 2-1. No outs still for this at-bat for Jetico. Two-1, that ball is hit. And nobody there. Miscommunication by the Cats. Allow a base hit for Jetico. Lacarte now advances on to second. And just like that, Panthers are threatening. That is the tying run there on first base. And now up to bat is the lefty Colton Lee. And left-hander. Throw. And now caught in a pickle, trying to get the tag and caught stealing. The card is caught stealing there by the Cats. What a great call there by Coach Bassiano. He was caught there by Cooper Bassiano, the shortstop, and a great play by the Cats, but it does advance Jetico on to second. So now the lefty Nipar Smith is working with one out, and that bounces off. The wild pitch by Nipar Smith gets by Amatucci, and that advances Jetico now on to third. And the count is 1-0 for Colton Lee, the pitcher. Nipar Smith has walked 2 batters, 3 strikeouts, and has given up 3 hits so far in this game. That pitch down low, that's a ball. Count now 2-0.
Watch out for some more bad news bears stupidity.
2-0 the count, the pitch here. That ball cracked. Bounce on to the second baseman who makes an easy play there, but that will score a run.
Now batting number 25, John Bellissimo.
So a sacrifice out there for Colton Lee will now allow the Leopards to cut into the lead. It's now a 1-2 game here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 1 out for the Leopards. Chopped at, up to bat is Bellissimo, the first baseman for the Leopards. He is 0-1 so far this afternoon. He was struck out swinging. He is one of the 3 strikeouts so far in the day for Nipar Smith, whose pitch is here. And now the count even at 1-1 with 1 out. Nipar Smith, his pitch. Chopped at, scooping it up. Oh, Nipar Smith has a throw, and he does. Not sure how he did it. Nipar Smith bobbled the ball as it was a line drive back to him, able to find it and throw on to first to get the out for the Cats. That will do it for this inning. We're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. We'll be right back after this.
The 2024 Best of Westmoreland survey is underway. Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree thanks you for naming us Best for Meats in 23. To vote now, go to bestofwestmoreland.com, then to shopping and place to buy meat, and vote for Bardini's through April 24th. You can vote once a day. Gary Bardini is the only meat specialist in the region, honored as a Hall of Fame winner by the American Association of Meat Processors. Thank you for your vote.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network here at top of the 5th inning. Cats lead with 2 runs to 1 here over the Leopards at Belle, Vernon area. The lights are now on here at the field, and it is absolutely stunning. And again, we apologize, folks. Our transmitter is still down. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to get that back up and running, but don't worry. I will do my very best to keep up with the action on the field for you so that nobody feels left out. We appreciate everybody's patience here on the Wildcats Network. Up to bat is Louis Amatucci, the second batter in the lineup. Amatucci is 1 for 2 on the afternoon. So you head into the top of the 5th inning. Cats trying to hold on to their 1-run lead now. Chopped at. And that goes straight out foul right. So count now 0-1 for Captain Lou. Louis Amatucci, a multi-sport athlete, also one of our famous Ice Cats. Plays for the Latrobe. And that's called fair. So that's a strike there on the bunt laid down by Amatucci. 0-2 is the count. Captain Lou. The first at-bat here for the Cats in the top of the 5th inning. The pitch here for Colton Lee. Time called by Amatucci. Again, a reminder here, the 5th inning is not brought to you by anyone. However, if you or somebody that you know has a business that would benefit by being seen by thousands of eyes every single week by the Latrobe faithful, that ball goes right back into the fence. You or somebody that you know has a business that would be beneficial, where it would be beneficial for them to be seen by thousands of eyes here in the Latrobe area, make sure you email us at mailbox at lhtcmedia.com. Again, that's mailbox at lhtcmedia.com. So you can get you and your business on the Wildcats Network. 1-2 the count. Amatucci gets contact, and it drops in the shallow outfield. That's another base hit for Captain Lou. Here for the Cats in the 5th inning.
Number 3, Jacob Kramer.
That is the 6th hit that Colton Lee has given up so far in this game. And now Jacob Kramer comes up. 0 for 2 on the day. He was hit by a pitch back in the 1st inning, and then he struck out looking in the 2nd. That's a ball there for Jacob Kramer. As a runner on first. This was a similar situation back in the 2nd when the Cats earned those 2 runs. 1-0 the count. Out wide. Two the count. 2-1 is the score here on the top of the 5th. Throw on to first. Getting back easily is Louis Amatucci, the catcher for the Cats. And the vaunted Cats dugout is getting rowdy here, trying to rattle Colton Lee. The lefty throws. Contact made, it goes right back into the fence. So now the count is even at 2-2. Amatucci gets the call from Coach Bass on third. Pitch by Lee. Contact made again by Amatucci. Now it's even at 2. That's Kramer. My apologies, folks. Richard Hillway keeping me honest here. Richard, we appreciate all the hard work that you do here on the Wildcats Network. I don't know what we would do without you. I'd have to run this all by myself, and it would be less pretty than it is right now. So count is even at 2 here in the top of the 5th inning. 2-1 is the score. That's called ball out wide, so now the count is full for Jacob Kramer, who again is 0 for 2 on the day. He was hit by a pitch in the 1st and then was struck out looking in the 2nd. The payoff pitch for Colton Lee with no outs is called strike. So that is number 3 for Jacob Kramer.
Now batting number 31, Luke Nipar-Smith.
Nipar-Smith now up to bat for the Cats. 0 of 2 on the day. Hit by a pitch back in the 1st and flew out to the shortstop. So far on the day with 1 out. That pitch up high and inside on Nipar-Smith. He had to get out of the way of that one. He got hit by a pitch early in the day. He really would rather not take any more. And Matucci still on first, gets the call from Coach Bass. (1-0). Inside again. Colton Lee trying to get Nipar-Smith to edge away from the edge of the batter's box, but Nipar-Smith refuses, so now the count is 2-0. The lefty on lefty. Still runner on first. Lee not too concerned about it. Swing and a miss. That's called strike there. So now 2-1 is the count. And now Nipar Smith knows exactly pitch to come, throw on a first. And that is the beauty of having a lefty. He made the motion. I thought he was going to throw his pitch for the 2-1 count with one out, but he threw it on the first. And again, that is the beauty of being a lefty. And especially, I mean, it's hard to throw on the third if they're trying to steal home, but why? You don't really steal home too much here at this level. Another ball thrown by Colton Lee, so 3-1 is the count. We saw this with Jacob Kramer for the last at-bat where Kramer struck out. Became the 4th K on the evening for Colton Lee. The throw, and he will walk Nipar Smith. So, Nipar Smith on the first, and Amatucci advances. And time is called for a mound visit for the Leopards. I was reliably informed, and you see it there, the ace senior, Spencer Lee, his night is done. And they hand the ball off to a new pitcher. And that is Alex Nash. We'll take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network to allow Nash to warm up. We'll be right back after these short messages.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Top of the 5th inning. Cats still lead 2-1 here. And right there you see on the mound the new change. It's Alex Nash. Colton Lee, the senior on senior night, had a pretty decent game. 4 1/3 innings pitched with 7 hits, 1 base given up on a walk, and 4 strikeouts on the evening for Colton Lee. So now Alex Nash takes over on the mound with 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. Up to bat for the Cats, it's Brody Ruman on first. That ball called strike there. Nice pitch by Nash. On first is Nipar Smith after he was walked and after his base hit. It's Amatucci on second. So 0-1. Chopped at. And it'll stay fair, and another error, and the bases are now loaded. So a nice play for the Cats. Eli Boring now up to bat with the bases loaded. Cats have 2 runners in scoring position. That's Amatucci on third and Nipar Smith on second, with only 1 out so far here. Boring comes in, he's 0 of 2 on the day. A ground out in the second and a fly out in the third. That pitch by Nash almost getting away. And so it's a ball. And Tucci leads off. That's a pretty far lead there. The senior throw. And that now makes it A 1-1 count. It's even after the strike there on Riley Smith. The pitch. Chopped at and caught there. Throw on to home. Throw on to first, but they don't get him. So that's an out at home. And Matucci is done. Nipar Smith advances on the third.
Number 2, Riley Smith.
So now Riley Smith is up here. My apologies, it was Eli Boring. Earned a base hit for the Cats. So that pitch is a strike. Alex Nash chopped at. That goes wild and foul. So now an 0-2 count, 2 outs. Alex Nash looking for his first strikeout on the evening. Bases are loaded for the Cats. Can Nash get out of this inning without allowing a single run to be earned by the Cats? His pitch here for the first strikeout. Chopped at, popped up high. Good contact made by Riley Smith. Smith is up. The pitch. Up high, that's ball, so 1-2 now the count.
Right here, Alex.
So 1-2 now. And that's 3. Rung him up. Riley Smith goes down swinging, and that's the first strikeout on the evening for Alex Nash, who was pumped up after he stepped in for Colton Lee. That will do it for the top of the 5th inning. Cats unable to add to their lead. And we will take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. When we come back, bottom of the 5th inning, and it'll be up for the Leopards to draw even here at Belle Vernon area. Coming up next on the Wildcats Network.
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Tristan Portland, Richard Hillwig here from Belle Vernon area. Bottom of the 5th inning. Cats have a 1-run lead here. And Murray, I'm sure that some folks noticed there was a bit of a long break in between the top of the 5th and the bottom of the 5th inning. That's because they played God Bless America. And you know what? I don't mind that at all. I would rather they play that the entire game, if I'm being totally honest. But up to bat right now For the Panthers is Austin Hoffman, the shortstop for the Leopards. The pitch here by Nipar Smith on the 1-0. Swung on by Hoffman, so now an even count at 1-1. Nipar Smith's pitch on the even count, 1-1. Is a ball and makes its way into the dirt and away. So now 2-1 the count. The lefty, Nipar Smith, allowing 3 hits, walked 2 batters, and has 3 strikeouts on the evening. Not the best stats on the game. And that ball low again. Now the count is 3-1 for the first at-bat here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Again, tough going for Nipar Smith so far, but as Rick DeRubis once said, hey, it's all about the win. That's the only stat that matters. And that called strike, so now the count is even. Nipar Smith, his pitch here. And he walks, and the payoff pitch does not pay off for Nipar Smith. That's the 3rd batter that he has walked so far today. Now up to bat is Connor Bergman, the 3rd baseman for the Leopards. He is 0 for 1 so far in the day. He was walked back in his 2nd inning. That pitch down low. Bergman was showing bunt. That wouldn't be a terrible idea. The Leopards are currently trailing by 1 run here and have no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. A sacrifice bunt to advance the runner into scoring position. Not a terrible idea. Pitch here. Showing bunt again. And it goes foul, so now 1-1 the count. It's going to be up to the lefty, Nipar Smith. Get himself out of this tough situation after he walked the first batter of the inning. So now 1-1 count here. Nipar Smith. And again, the advantage of being a lefty on the mound is that you can easily see first base and easily throw on the first from your pitching motion. So the count is still 1-1. Throw. Gets contact and it whizzes by 3rd base. That's going to be a base hit. And it is. Connor Bergman.
Now batting number 4, Max Kostelnik.
Earns a base hit against Nipar Smith. That's number 4 for the Leopards so far this evening. And now up to bat is Kostelnik. And that will be a mound visit for Nipar Smith, who has runners on 1st and 2nd after the base hit by Bergman. With that, we're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. When we come back, we'll be ready for this inning to continue after this short break. We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Nipar Smith coming out of the mound visit here at Belle, Vernon area. Again, Kostelnik is up to bat. Nipar Smith has runners on 1st and 2nd. Again, that is the tie on 2nd as the leading run on 1st base for the Leopards. Nice bunt there. And again, with no outs here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Leopards could sacrifice bunt the next 2 batters and could possibly score the man on 2nd. But the 0-1 count here for the catcher Kostelnik. He gets a whip there and it gets by! Cats outfield has to get there. That's a base hit. The Cats were ready for a bunt, but they won't get it. Now the bases are loaded for Nipar Smith with no outs. Matusik comes up to bat now. With the bases loaded, Nipar Smith needs to be careful. No outs here. Nipar Smith would have to really dig deep if he wants to walk out of this inning without allowing the Leopards to at the very least tie it, if not take the lead. Because on third right now is the tying run, and on second is the lead. And the bases are, yes, in fact, loaded here. Bottom of the fifth inning. It's going to be up to the Cats to claw back into this one. Nipar Smith the pitch with no outs. And that ball is crushed. And caught by a tag up on third. Throw on the first. It's safe. The Leopards have tied it here in the bottom of the fifth inning. It was a sacrifice fly by Matusik. So runners on second and third. Again, the lead is on third for the Leopards, and up to bat here in the fifth inning is Lucas Judy. But again, the lovely pink bat throw. And that's called a strike there. 0-1 now the count with no outs. The pitch. Throw on to third, and it gets by, running. And that is the lead. Leopards take the lead here in the bottom of the fifth after an errant throw from Amatucci. Count is 1-1, and a runner on third. Again, the errors haunting the Cats. That's the second one on the night. Kostelnik is now on third. Leopards need to stretch it out here. Chopped at. Goes over our head. I'm hoping that didn't hit the van. The company van that I am very thankful to be allowed to drive here, to be able to bring in at home all these incredible broadcasts. If it hit the van, that pitch hit the van, I'd be very upset. Rounder on to the second base and throw, but that will score another run. So the sacrifice by Judy.
Now batting number 3, Adam LaCarte.
Adam LaCarte's now up to bat, and that has the Leopards up 4-2. Nipar Smith is a ball there, so 1-0 the count. Cats have 2 outs to play with. Pitch there is a strike, so 1-1 the count. 2 outs. Leopards lead 4-2. Chopped at it, it's up high. And good play there in right field. And that will do it. The bleeding stops here for the Cats, who give up 3 runs in the bottom of the fifth inning. It's going to be up to the Cats to try to make something out of this 2-run deficit that they are currently looking themselves in. And with that, we're going to take a break here. When we come back after these short messages, we'll be ready for the top of the 6th inning here on the Wildcats Network.
I think we can agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer, and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner. Legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Tristan Borland and Richard Hill. We know Chris tonight, folks. Apologies for that. Chris had some other things going on. Chris, we miss you, and we can't wait to have you back on next week whenever we return back to Graham Sabota Field for senior night as the Greensburg-Salem Golden Lions will come into town. But before that, the Cats need to clinch the section title for a third year in a row here tonight, but they currently trail by 2 runs here in the top of the 6th inning. It's starting to get, the squeeze is starting to get tight here. Errors, at least 2 in the last half of play, bottom of the 5th inning. Leopards were able to claw back, and now it's up to the Cats to get back into this one. Up to bat for Greater Latrobe is Porterfield, who watches the ball go by. Alex Nash, again the relief pitcher for Colton Lee. Pitch is outside again, so now 2-0 the count for Porterfield, who so far on the day is 0 for 2 at the plate for the Cats. And that's a strike there. Porterfield wishes they had that one back. Count now 2-1. Those bats, Coach Bass coaching him up, reminding him that he's got to focus. He's got to watch that ball in. The pitch here by Nash. Chopped at and gets by the infield. That'll be a base hit for Porterfield, his first one on the day. So now up to bat is Cooper Bassiano, who is 1 of 2 at the plate so far today. He had a base hit back in the 2nd, but grounded out to Colton Lee in the 4th. Now has a runner on first. Lays down a bunt there. Bassiano trying to beat it out. He will not, but that's all right. He advances Porterfield on a second. So a runner in scoring position, that would be great for the Cats. Mason Leonard now up to bat here in the top of the 6th inning. Leonard is a player that the Cats are trying to lean on. Last week's Latrobe Bulletin's Male Athlete of the Week watches a strike go by. So the count now 0-1. Cats still trail by 2 runs here. And it will be up to the Cats to decide on whether or not they're going to clinch the section or not. Another one in there for a strike. The off speed by Nash gets Mason Leonard there, who's now looking at an 0-2. Cats have 1 out so far in this inning. The pitch. Swung on. And tip. The Stelny takes that one right in the middle of the chest, right in the solar plexus. So now, 0-2. And stepping off there is Nash. So 0-2 the count now. For Mason Leonard. And stepping off again is Nash. He's scared of Porterfield, who's back there on second. Wants to have a word with Kostelnik. Again, Mason Leonard, who was 1 for 3 at the plate so far today, struck out swinging to start out the game against Colton Lee, then got a base hit with an RBI to go along with it in the 2nd. and then flew out in the 4th inning to the outfield. 0-2 count, 1 out. Watches that one go behind him. Porterfield rushes on to third, and he steals. That's the second base that the Cats have stolen against the Leopards so far this evening. And Porterfield could be an earned run here, a sacrifice by Leonard wouldn't be worst case scenario. And caught him swinging. Alex Nash rings up Mason Leonard there.
Now batting number 9.
Cats now down to the last out here in the top of the 6th inning. That's the second strikeout on the evening for Nash. Louis Amatucci now coming to the plate. Captain Lou is 2 of 3. Flew out in the first. Had a base hit in the second, which added on an RBI. And had a base hit in the top of the 5th inning. And he watches that one go by as a strike, so the count now 0-1. Again, with Porterfield still standing on third. Can Captain Lou earn one here? The pitch is called, ball there inside just barely. Even out 1-1. The Leopards have been great. They've been catching the corners of that strike zone all evening. 1-1 pitch. Chopped at by Amatucci. Bouncer over to third, throw on to first, and that will do it. And they call him out there. Amatucci is stunned, and so is Bassiano, who's going to have a word with the umpires here. He says that Amatucci had beat it. And we're not going to go to break quite yet. I want to see what Coach Bassiano has to say about that. That is huge. I mean, the Cats would be heading into the bottom of the 6th inning, trying to hold on and not allow them to give up. Amatucci still standing on first, still arguing. I don't envy that umpire. I don't want to argue with Coach Bassiano on anything. And that will do it. They do call Captain Lou out on first. We're going to head into the bottom of the 6th inning. Luke Nipar needs to make sure that he doesn't allow a single run as the Cats trail 2-4 here as we head into the bottom of the 6th inning here on the Wildcats Network.
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
We're back here on the Wildcats Network. Tristan Borland here on the horn with the Ins guys for the rest of the evening. Richard Hillwig on our controls. Cats are now here in the bottom of the 6th inning, trailing 2-4. Leopards, if they're able to win tonight, will wipe the dreams of the Cats of thinking of three-peat. And Belle Vernon will take back the section title from the Cats, who have been almost dominant all season. And I know for a fact that the last out on first by Amatucci will haunt the Cats if they are unable to come back in the top of the 7th inning. But to do that, the lefty Luke Nipar is going to have to be almost perfect Is coming back from a 2-run deficit against the Leopards is no easy task anymore, and it would be almost impossible. And a hit there. And it will be an out there in the outfield.
Now batting number 17.
Lacarte.
No, now batting number 10, Alex Nash.
Alex Nash steps in for Colton Lee in the 5 spot. Here in the bottom of the 6th inning. So Jetico was the one who flew out. That ball hit well there. After the first pitch was a ball throw on to first, and that's out, number 2 for the Cats. They quickly sit down 2 here, and that's exactly what they need to do.
5, John Bellissimo.
And now it's up to Bellissimo, the first baseman for the Leopards. He does not want to be the final out here, and this is what the Cats need to do. They need to have a quick out. Pitch by Nightbar. Goes back foul. A reminder, the Cats are going to have to score 2 runs whenever we are done with the bottom of the 6th and we head into the 7th. We'll have to score 2 runs if they want to send us into extra innings, just like they did on Monday. That pitch in the dirt. Count now 1-1, 2 outs for Greater Latrobe here in the bottom of the 6th inning, trailing 4-2 over the Leopards. The pitch here by Nipar Smith, chopped at, pops up high, and lands there on the hillside off to the right. Count now 1-2, 2 outs. Nipar Smith only has 3 strikeouts. Would love to make it 4 here and give the Cats an opportunity to at the very least tie it here in Belle, Vernon. Pitch by Nipar Smith. Chopped at, makes contact, and heads into the outfield, and it lands. That is a base hit for Bellissimo.
5, Austin Hoffman.
Austin Hoffman now comes up to the plate. He's 1 of 2 on the day. A ground out to the third baseman in the 3rd, or in the 2nd, and then was walked in the 5th and earned a run. He was one of those many runs back in the 5th inning that allowed the Leopards to take the lead away from the Cats. That pitch there by Nipar Smith is called a ball, so count 1-0 with 2 outs. Runner still on first. Throw by Nipar Smith. Swing and a miss there. Count even at 1-1. A reminder that the next broadcast for us here on the Wildcats Network will be tomorrow night, where I will travel up to Mars area to bring you boys volleyball, where the Cats will take on the number 1 team in the section, the undefeated Fightin' Planets, at the Planetarium. The pitch by Nipar Smith goes back foul. Count now 1-2 with 2 outs. Look on a first. That throw in there low. Count is now even, and the deuces are in fact wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here for the Cats in the bottom of the 6th inning. Need to get this out to head into the 7th and give themselves a chance. Another throw in the dirt. So with that, Hoffman is able to battle back to a full count. The count is now 3-2 with 2 outs. Pitch. Down low, and Nipar Smith
Now batting number
walks his 4th batter on the night. Up now is Connor Bergman, who had a base hit in the 5th inning. Cats are still trying to battle out here. Leopards are holding on to their last out here in the 6th inning. And right now, Captain Lou comes out and has a chat with Nipar Smith, the junior lefty, on the mound. Runners on 2nd and 1st for the Leopards. With a 2-run lead here, again, hanging on to their very last out. If they're able to score a couple more runs here, I would say that the evening's done for the Cats, but we'll have to see if Luke Nipar has anything to say about that. That ball hit, whizzes by third, and that will be foul, as that ball was just barely foul. Again, Bergman is up to bat here. He is 1 of 2 at the plate. Had a base hit in the 5th, but was walked back in the 3rd. So with that foul ball, the count's now 0-1. 2 outs. Throw. Swing and a miss there. They're going to say he made contact. The umpire personally delivering the ball back to Nipar Smith. So with that light tip there, count now 0-2. Nipar Smith trying to get strikeout number 4 on the evening. The junior lefty for the Cats. Leopards hanging on to their last out, steps off the mound. Hops back on with runners on first and second. Leopards being very conservative. Pitch. Swing and a miss there. It bounces on the face mask of Captain Lou. They'll say it went foul when it hit Amatucci in the mask, so Bergman saves his at-bat. So with an 0-2 with 2 outs here. The pitch. Chopped at. Bergman fighting in this one, refusing to be the final out for the Leopards of what could be possibly the night. Here on senior night. The 0-2 for the lefty. His pitch, chopped at again. Just behind it is Bergman. Good battle here at the plate for that young man. Again, not wanting to be the last out of senior night, as a huge crowd has now congregated here in Belle, Vernon. The pitch, down low in the dirt. So that's a ball. 1-2 is now the count. Nipar Smith still up in the count. Throwing out of the zone would not be a terrible idea. His pitch here. Chopped it again. It's foul. I think it made its way back to the main road here. Still battling. Nothing wrong with that. Bergman still wanting to get his time at the plate. Now Nipar Smith. His pitch. Chopped at again. I feel like we're going to be here all night, and there's nothing wrong with that. Connor Bergman, again, refusing to be the final out here for the Leopards on senior night. 1-2 is still the count with 2 outs. It feels like that final out has been here for eternity. Nipar Smith. That ball hit well. Great at-bat for Bergman, and it might score a run. And that pitch from the outfield is skits by Riley Smith. And Connor Bergman shows why you never quit.
Now batting number 4, Max Kostelnik.
So Matt Kostelnik is up to bat now. Runners on second and first. And the Leopards are able to score one more run. It's now 5-2 here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Cats are now going to have to score 3 runs, what they have not done so far in this game. Leopards still hang on with 2 outs. I mean, how about that battle at the plate for Bergman? I mean, it was. I thought he was still going to be at the plate, if I'm being honest with you. The pitch from Nightbar Smith is counted as a strike, so 0-1 the count, 2 outs. Cats trail 5-2. Pitch there, low and inside, but just catches the corner of the strike zone, so 0-2 the count. Nightbar Smith was at this same place with Bergman just a couple seconds ago. Can he finally get the final out here? Chopped at, foul. Almost snagged out of the air by the coach. And applaud erupting for the coach for the Leopards, nearly snatching that one barehanded out of the air. What an animal. Tip of the hat to him. 0-2 count. High and away. Yeah, back. Kostelnik. Pitch. That ball is crushed. Will it drop? It will not. It will land right in the glove, and that will do it for the Leopards. So Cats will head into what could be the final inning for Greater Latrobe. They need to score 3 runs here if they don't want to hand over the section title to the Leopards. Folks, we're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. We'll come back to the top of the 7th inning coming up next after these short messages.
The 2024 Best of Westmoreland survey is underway. Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree thanks you for naming us Best for Meats in 23. To vote now, go to bestofwestmoreland.com, then to shopping and place to buy meat, and vote for Bardini's through April 24th. You can vote once a day. Gary Bardini is the only meat specialist in the region, honored as a Hall of Fame winner by the American Association of Meat Processors. Thank you for your vote.
I am the swiftest creature alive. I can make it. I will make it.
That's where we come in. A Collision Shop by Jason Mignon is your one-stop shop for all things auto body repair. Our experienced technicians and state-of-the-art facilities have you covered. Body repairs, refinishing, glass replacement, and more. Our friendly office staff is happy to assist you through every step of your vehicle's repair process. Visit thecollisionshopbyjason.com for our complete list of services.
We are back here at Belle, Vernon, top of the 7th. Cats trail 5-3, and this is it, folks. Section title on the line. Cats need to score 3 runs if they want to send us into extra innings. And for Belle, Vernon, they could clinch the section title with a victory here at home. On the mound, you see right there is Alex Nash, who stepped in for Colton Lee, who reached the pitching limit. And the Cats, who have not scored 3 runs yet so far tonight, need to do it in a half inning. If they don't want to take that long bus ride back to Latrobe, thinking of what could have been. Up for the Cats is Jacob Kramer. Here in the 7th inning, Kramer is 0 for 3 so far today. He was hit by a pitch back in the first and was struck out looking in his last 2 at-bats. So Kramer will really need to turn his evening around if he doesn't want to be the first out. Here in the top of the 7th inning as the Cats trail by 3 runs. Nash's first pitch at the top of the 7th. Check swing, so-called strike as that was in the strike zone. Oh, 1 count for Alex Nash. Down low, but the off-speed gets him. 0-2 count on Alex Nash. Currently in the driver's seat. Nash's pitch is away from Jacob Kramer. Again, up with 1 out, with 1 ball and 2 strikes is Nash. So the pitch outside the zone, nothing wrong with that. Now the 1-2. Down low, got the ball to cut there. What a incredible breaking ball there for Alex Nash. I mean, that ball seems to defy gravity. Came straight at Kramer and then just cut at the last second. Just a little bit too much on it. 2-2. Chopped at there by Kramer. And it could be played, and it will. Caught in the outfield and right field. And that will do it for the first down of the evening.
Now batting number 31, Luke Nipar-Smith.
So Luke Nipar-Smith is 0 for 3 at the plate. He was hit by a pitch back in the first, ground out in the third, and was walked in the fifth. The pitch hits Nipar-Smith right in the knee, and he is lighting that bat up. He is not happy about that one. So Nipar-Smith gingerly trots on over to first base. Could this be the start of something for the Cats, who have one out here?
Now batting number 13.
They're looking at what could be their last 2 outs of the evening. And walking on to first as a courtesy runner, I believe that is Carini on first base for Nipar. And now up to bat is Brody Roman, who is one of 3 on the evening. He had a base hit in the 5th inning. Watch that one down low. Ball 1. And Nipar-Smith took that one right in the knee. The pitch. Down low and away again. Count out 2-0. And Dom Carini is on first. (2-0). Down low again. Ruman is looking at a 3-0. Ruman has not walked yet so far today. So a 3-0 here. And walking is Brody Ruman. And Dom Carini, courtesy running for Nipar-Smith. Time called by the catcher there, trying to get Alex Nash back into it. So now Eli Boring is up at the plate. Boring is 1 for 3 as well. Boring had a base hit in the 5th inning, and then grounded out in the 2nd and flew out in the 3rd. And the Leopards now having a talk on the mound, understanding the gravity of the situation. They currently lead by 3 runs. The Cats have a runner in scoring position, another runner on first. Dom Carini is the young man who is on second again, the courtesy runner for Nipar-Smith. Eli Boring. Our last broadcast of Cats baseball, he sent a ball yard against Uniontown to give the Cats the win over the Red Raiders. A walk-off home run here would be incredible. However, it would be tough. I think I see another pitcher warming up for the Leopards here as Alex Nash gets close to his pitching limit. His first pitch to Eli Boring is a ball here, so 1-0 with 1 out here. Cats still trail by 3. Here in the top of the 7th inning. Inside again. The right-hander starting to favor. He's releasing that ball a little late. It's causing it to cut to the batter's right. 2-0. Low in the dirt. 3-0. He already walked 1 batter. It was his first batter of the night for Alex Nash. This walk will load the bases. Inside again. The bases are now loaded. That's the tie on the first. And Nash, who has 1 out, sends Alex Nash packing. He is done for the evening, and Nash is furious. I don't blame Coach, though. Eli Boring, the tying run, is now on first. With that, we're going to take a quick break here as they make the pitching change for the Leopards. We're going to take a quick break here on the Wildcats Network. When we come back, we're going to have the continuation here of the top of the 7th inning coming up next here on the Wildcats Network.
I think we could agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats.
We're back here at Belle, Vernon area. The Leopards putting in a new pitcher. I believe that is Cole Matulsik. I believe that is number 8 on the mound. Yes, it is. So that is Matulsik, who was the left fielder for the Leopards. Now Alex Nash is out in left field.
And in left field, number 1, Cole Doppel.
So Nash pitched 2 2/3 inning, had a hit, walked 2 batters, and had 2 strikeouts, and those 2 walks did it. He had also had 1 hitter, 1 batter hit by pitch. So with 1 out here, Cats have the bases loaded. And up to bat is Riley Smith. Now, a reminder, on first base, that is the tying run. So if the Cats are able to clear the bags, we will be heading into the bottom of the 7th inning, where then the Cats will have to make sure that the Leopards don't score a single run to send it into extra innings. Matulsik for his first pitch of the evening. High and away. Riley Smith is 2 for 3. He had a base hit in the 2nd and the 4th and was struck out swinging back in the 5th inning. The pitch here on the 0-1. Low and away again. So 2-0. And Coach Bass reminding Riley Smith, listen, he's cold. He didn't have a lot of time to warm up here. The pitch. High and away. 3-0. Matulsik could walk in a run here. If he walks Riley Smith now with a 3-0. 1 out for the Cats here on the top of the 7th. High again, and that will walk in Dom Carini, who comes in for Luke Nipar, who was hit by a pitch earlier in this inning.
Now batting number 22, Hayden Porterfield.
Hayden Porterfield now comes up. He is 1 of 3. He was struck out looking in the 2nd, was ground out in the 4th, and a base hit in the 6th inning. So now Porterfield with the bases loaded. Again, that is the tie on 2nd and the lead on 1st. Porterfield watches that go by, and that is a strike. But Matulsik has now found the strike zone against Porterfield. Now it's up to him to lock in. His pitch here is low again, so now the count is even at 1-1. Again, Cats have the tying run on 2nd, and that is the lead on 1st with Riley Smith. The pitch here, way up high. Surprised the catcher was able to leap up and get that one. He had to have springs underneath his tail They get up and get that one. Count now 2-1. The pitch here is up high again. Now it's 3-1 with one out. Matulis has already walked in one run. Could he walk in a second? We mentioned in our Latrobe Auto keys to the game that pitching was going to be a key note for both teams. And that one did look good. It was a strike, so now a full count. Cats only have 2 outs left in this inning. It's up to Porterfield. This pitch here by Matulis is up high, and that will rock in a second run here in the 7th inning. Leopards now holding on to a 1-run lead here. Matulsic, who was playing left field, was cold when he stepped up to the mound. And now Cooper Bassiano walks up. Cooper Bassiano had a base hit in the second and will ground it out in his last 2 at-bats. And a pinch runner coming in on first for the Cats, who still have the bases loaded here. A reminder. Can't quite see who that is on first. I believe. It's hard to tell over there on first base. I promise you folks at home, whenever the young man who is pinch running on first, that's a pitch in there. That's ball 1. Again, on third base, that is the tying run, and the lead is in scoring possession on second. Could the Cats do it? The miracle here in the top of the 7th. That ball called strike there. Again, Matusic has found the strike zone, even though he has walked 2 batters so far in this inning. Oh my goodness, a bonfire there on top of the hill. Wide again. Count now 2-1 with 1 out. Cats still hanging on to their final, what could be their final 2 outs of the game, but the final 2 outs of this inning for the Cats. Pitch here. Down and away. You know for a fact, I saw there that Eli Boring really led off a third. You know that he was trying to get Matusic to throw something wild here. It's a 3-1 count. Could this be the tie? The pitch from Matusic. It's down low and it's wild. And Eli Boring will score. And now on third base is the lead for the Cats. So now, I was informed by Richard, and you see there on your screen another pitching change after Matusic walked 3 straight batters. So with that, we're going to take a break ourselves here on the Wildcats Network. When we come back, we're going to have what could be the electrifying conclusion of this game here on the Wildcats Network.
Starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
The 2024 Best of Westmoreland survey is underway. Bardini's Country Smokehouse in Crabtree thanks you for naming us Best for Meats in 23. To vote now, go to bestofwestmoreland.com, then to shopping and place to buy meat, and vote for Bardini's through April 24th. You can vote once a day. Gary Bardini is the only meat specialist in the region, honored as a Hall of Fame winner by the American Association of Meat Processors. Thank you for your vote.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network, top of the 7th inning, folks, and we have a game here at Belle Vernon once again. After some pitching woes for the Leopards, it's now 5-5 here. Cats have a runner on third, second, and first, so with bases loaded, Cats have an opportunity to take the lead back here. They haven't had the lead since that run that the Leopards went on back in the third inning. So now, after Matulsik walked 3 straight batters, they now bring on Lacarte, who is also playing in an outfield position. He's in right field, and he is now up to pitch, holding on to 1 out.
Adam Lacarte. Now batting number 8, Mason Leonard.
Mason Leonard is now up to bat for the Cats. We are back to the top of the batting order. Leonard is 1 of 4 on the night. He had a base hit in the second, but he was struck out multiple times. He has 2 strikeouts against him so far, and that first pitch is a ball up high. Again, Lacarte is a little cold here. Can the Cats do it? The pitch here, chopped at, goes foul, and thank goodness nobody was looking up over in the dugout, or they would have been absolutely walloped by that missile. So the count now even for Leonard, 1-1 with 1 out. Leonard liked that pitch. If I'm Lacarte, I'm not throwing that one again. Wide again, now 2-1. Cats have got back into this thing from patience at the plate. Belle Vernon's pitch on the 2-1. Swing and a miss there. Mason Leonard really liked that one. Now the count's even at 2. Struck out swinging the 2 times that Mason Leonard has been struck out. Latrobe Bulletin Male Athlete of the Week last week. Swings on, and he'll keep his at-bat alive. That ball was low. And Mason Leonard likes a low pitch. So we'll see if Lacarte throws it there again. Again, the count's still even at 2 with 1 out here. Cats have bases loaded. The pitch. Chopped that up high. Again, Adam Lacarte trying to get out of this one. Again, that was the problem for the Leopards. They have run out of pitchers here, and you see in the distance the Cats are warming up a pitcher themselves as they head into the 7th. That ball chomped at by Mason Leonard. Tag up on third. And running there. He thought about it there on second. Tough there. Riley Smith on third. Really wanted to run home, but he did not. And so that is the second out, a fly out for Mason Leonard.
Number 9, Louis Amatucci.
Louis Amatucci. The Cats are down to their last out. They're tied at 5. If the Cats can score a run here, we head into the bottom of the 7th, where Greater Latrobe will have to fend off the Leopards. First pitch here. Amatucci swings and misses on that one. Amatucci is 2 of 4 on the evening. Base hits in the second and in the 5th. Flew out back in the first and grounded out back in the 5th inning. Now it's an 0-1 count with 2 outs. Cats tied at 5. And that pitch there by Lacarte is now a ball, so 1-1 is the count. Lacarte's pitch here. Chopped at, goes back. And it's foul, so now it's a 1-2 here. Since Nash, there hasn't been a strikeout so far for the Cats. Can Lacarte get the Leopards out of this inning? Chopped at, foul by Amatucci again. Amatucci. The Cats have won a section title his last 2 years, this to make it 3. And Matucci now staring down a 1-2 count with 2 outs after the foul. The pitch here. Chopped at. It's another foul ball, and that might even head into the bonfire. So Louis Amatucci still keeping his at-bat alive. Amatucci needs to rip the cover off a ball here. I mean, a grand slam here at Belle Vernon would be incredible, but I wouldn't exactly wish on it. That ball up high. Amatucci laying off of it. Now the count is even at 2-2. So the deuces are wild here in the top of the 7th inning. And again, it's 5-5 here in the 7th. Amatucci staring down an even count at 2-2. Chops at it, bounces right to the third baseman who tags, and that will do it. Leopards get out of that inning by only allowing 3 runs. So this game is Belle Vernon's to lose here as we head into the bottom of the 7th, tied up at 5 here. Let's see if the Cats can fend off the Leopards at the plate. When we come back from these short messages here on the Wildcats Network.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats.
Hello, I'm Maria Graziano Bickerstaff, President of the Greater Latrobe Partners in Education Foundation. The foundation ensures the highest level of education innovation supporting GLSD students, faculty, and staff. The foundation strives to provide educational opportunities for all students in grades K through 12. We believe students should have what they need to reach their full potential. Give, build, grow. Every student, every day.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
We're back here on the Wildcats Network, and there you see it. A pitching change for Greater Latrobe. There on the mound is Hayden Porterfield, the DH hitter for Martz, who is in right field. So that will do it on the evening for Luke Nipar-Smith. 6 innings pitched, gave up 6 hits, 4 batters walked with 3 strikeouts.
Now pitching for the Wildcats, number 22, Hayden Porterfield.
Let's see if Greater Latrobe can do it. They need to make sure that not a single run is earned by the Leopards. If they do, that's it. That'll do it. Apologies, as Richard informed me, they will go into extra innings as we are tied here in the bottom of the 7th. So up to bat right now is Belle Vernon. Well, Tulsick is up to bat, and that ball up high. After the first pitch from Porterfield was a strike, so count is even at 1-1. Kick and pitch up high. So now a 2-1. Kick and pitch on the 2-1 is up high again. So now 3-1. And again, the Cats are in the same position Belle Vernon was in earlier in the inning. Pitch here by Porterfield. Swing and a miss there. One thing to say about Hayden Porterfield is he can throw a missile when he wants to. And the count is now full. Payoff pitch by Porterfield, kick and delivers. And he rocks Matulsik right in the head.
Now batting number 7.
So now a runner on first. Lucas Judy is now up to bat. Lucas Judy is 0 for 3. It's 0 for 3 so far on the game. That throw up high. Captain Lou had to hop up and grab that one, climbing the ladder, making sure that Matulsik doesn't try to steal second. That now has Coach running onto the mound. I don't think it's going to be another pitching change. Just trying to get the Cats head into this one. They need to make sure they walk into the next inning without giving up any runs. Again, runner still on first. Again, Lucas Judy having a tough game so far this evening. He has ground out in all of his appearances, ground out in the first, third, and fifth. Grounding out to both Nipar Smith in the first and grounding out to first and second. His last 2 appearances. So now, with a runner on first pitch is a ball. 1-0 is the count. No outs for the Leopards here in the bottom of the 7th inning. The pitch to come. High again. 2-0. Again, this was the issue that the Leopards found themselves in not too long ago. The pitch delivered. Swing and a miss there. So now a 2-1 is the count for the at-bat for Lucas Judy. Still runner on first for the Leopards. No outs here. So this is the second at-bat in the bottom half of this inning, and it gets contact. Will it drop into the field? And it will. Lucas Judy, when it matters, gets a base hit here in the bottom of the 7th inning. So Adam LaCarte now comes up to bat with the lead in scoring position there on second. Porterfield looks back on second. The right-hander pitch. And that's called a strike there. And the Leopards are not pumped about that one. 0-1 now the count for LaCarte, who had a base hit in the 4th and was walked back in the 1st. Trying not to hit into any trick plays. The Cats have had a pretty decent infield so far this game, giving up a couple errors, I believe 2 so far on the game. Porterfield looks back, throws, down low. That's ball 1. Count is now even at 1-1. Still at 5 runs for both teams here in the bottom of the 7th inning. As Richard informed me, we'll be heading into extra innings. Porterfield looks back onto second. Turns his head, kicks and delivers. That ball chomped down and whizzes past third. This could score a run. Throw. And he's safe. What a slide in. Huge play there for the Leopards.
Final score.
And that will do it. See, Richard, I told you. So that will do it for the Cats and the opportunity to take the section. And now Belle Vernon is the winners for the section. The season isn't over for the Cats, though. And the Cats will have a long ride back to Greater Latrobe after this loss. So that will do it for our broadcast here tonight from Belle Vernon area. Cats lose 6-5. Our next broadcast is tomorrow night, where we'll be traveling up to the planetarium up in Mars, where the Cats volleyball team hope to take on the Fighting Planets. And again, that's tomorrow night, starting serve at 7:30. You can tune in at 7:15 for our St. Vincent College pregame show. For the Wildcats Network, Tristan Borland here on the horn, Richard Hillwig on the controls. That will do it for our broadcast here tonight. Wishing you a wonderful rest of your evenings.
Hi, I'm Chris Beddick, agent for State Farm Insurance, located conveniently on Route 981 here in Latrobe. We proudly offer auto, home, renters, life, and small business insurance since 2001. Need a good neighbor? Chris Beddick is there. Go Wildcats!
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood to stop at Hotel Loyal Pizza in the heart of downtown Latrobe on Ligonier Street. Since opening our doors in 1953, Hotel Loyal Pizza has proudly served the Latrobe area. From pizza, sandwiches, sides, salads, and so much more. Whether you're taking out or dining in, our menu has something for everyone. As if the company here wasn't enough to stop in, try one bite of our highly acclaimed pizza and you're sure to be hooked. Visit our website at hotelloyalpizza.com or call us at 724-537-3741. And remember to support our 2023 Gridiron Wildcats. Go Cats!
Valley Dairy Restaurants. You never had it so good. For breakfast, lunch, dinner, legendary ice cream. In Latrobe, the Valley Dairy Restaurant on Colony Lane. Go Wildcats!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Wildcat Den. LHTC Media Crew bringing you tonight's game.
Short notice, preparing for a good team like this isn't easy, but this is our style of basketball.
Greater Latrobe starts out the evening with a pin from Palmer Airport in Latrobe, live streamed by LHTC Media.
You've been watching the Wildcat Network on LHTC Media.
I think we could agree it's been a crazy year for everyone. And we here at Latrobe Auto Group want you to know that we're in this together and we're here for you. Hi everyone, I'm Wendy Hyrak and I'm the finance manager here at the dealership. During the past year, we've all seen some pretty crazy things. Maybe your credit's been affected by some of those things. You should know that no matter what your credit situation is, great credit, good credit, bad credit, or no credit, Latrobe Auto Group wants to be your dealer and we specialize in credit challenges. Our credit team is just waiting to put you in a new car or truck that will start building your credit today and get you moving in the right direction. No matter what you've heard, our lot is stocked with new, pre-owned, and certified pre-owned cars and trucks. Vehicles that not only fall in line with the bank's parameters, but your budget. So whatever's been holding you back, put it aside, come on in, and together we can make it happen.
I'm proud to work with an organization that's known across the state, that's reputable. Adelphi is a place to have ample opportunities for promotion. There's nothing that Adelphi won't do for you personally and professionally. Come on in.